been a rough couple.
So I was going to say, I got some direct messages on Twitter of people asking me, why am I saying that Protestants are a cult? What's wrong with me? I'm an asshole. You're such a bad person.
You were getting hate mail on your
I
account?
was getting hate mail on my Twitter, yeah. And I want to address that. You're a cult because you're trying to reinterpret an interpretation. You're trying to interpret and edit. If I show you an edited form of Friday the 13th that makes it look like Jason Voorhees is saving everyone, and you go, no, I've reinterpreted that.
Whoa, he didn't?
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's the one I saw.
Then
Shit.
you're not correct. You're not reinterpreting anything. You're reinterpreting what you were given that was probably warped to begin with. The Council of Nicaea determined what was canonical in the Bible. And there were several other councils that did this, but this was the beginning of it, really. They determined what was canonical in the Bible. The books that went into the Bible. There are hundreds, if not thousands of books.
Probably thousands.
That have either been lost to time or buried in some vault in the Vatican that no one is ever going to see.
We need Geraldo.
He couldn't find Jimmy Hoffa. He's going to find the lost books of the Bible.
He did fuck that up.
You
don't go live with it.
Yeah, no. That was bad.
That was not
That
smart.
was bad. Yeah, I got sidetracked.
Even I know better than that.
That was
there
bad.
There will never be a live bowling alley at Capone's vault.
Yeah, Al Capone's vault. What's in there? Jimmy Hoffa? No, Jimmy Hoffa.
Nada.
No.
Good night, everybody. This was a total fuck up.
Waste
of your time.
History Channel does those Bigfoot shows. But back to what I was saying. So the Catholic Church determined what the Holy Bible is. Now, everybody else is going to say, well, no, the Holy Bible is this. No, literally, the Holy Bible is something that they edited to present a story that they wanted to tell that told their morality the way they wanted to tell it. And to reinterpret this is nonsense. You don't have any more of the story. You have the story that they gave you. You can't reinterpret Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho to make Chris Jericho the good guy. You can't reinterpret it as anything other than what was presented to you because that's all the information that there is.
Okay, now on to the thing that he said last week about what was that thing that says that proves it.
The Dead Sea Scrolls.
The Dead Sea Scrolls. I got a lot of emails about that. So, well, how was that ever debunked? It was just discovered in the 90s.
It was not discovered in the 90s.
And even Daniel said he never heard it was debunked.
It was released in the 90s. It was discovered starting in, I think, 1914 or something. They've been coming for a long time. There's 9,000 of the goddamn things. There's a lot of them. And a lot of them do say things that are parallel to biblical scripture. They do. I'll go along there. Or they say it in a slightly different way because of the mistranslations of the Bible, which I've brought up on past Bolin Alleys. You're translating something from Aramaic into Latin, into German, into English, into whatever. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a major issue. And I'm willing to forgive that. But the problem is that a lot of those have been debunked is not even being factual. Of the 9,000, I think only a few hundred were considered to be legitimate. So if you go through and you look, this information's out there. You people thought these things were discovered in the 90s, which tells me you probably don't do much reading. And yeah, that's what part of town you live in?
He didn't want to admit it. He kept saying Louisville. No, you don't. Specify, son.
I'll specify privately which part of town I live in. You guessed it last week.
I already revealed it last week.
You did reveal it last week. I did reveal it
because he kept trying to say, "What word did you say?" I said Okolona, and you said no. Actually, it's Highview.
I wouldn't admit that.
Oh,
man,
my God, you talking about?
We got to get you a place in the Highlands where somebody actually wants to be.
Yeah, there's actually places over here for.
I want to go to St. Matthews actually. So.
Man, I lived in St. Matthews before I moved here, and St. Matthews, the rent is a lot higher for a lot less space and not jack shit to do. Like, that's the problem is there, unless you feel like going to the mall every single day, you're going to be.
Yeah, but you can get to the Highlands like in 5 minutes on the back roads.
You can, but it's easier to live in the Highlands and walk to where you're going.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I walk to the store or I ride my bike.
And the other thing, if you Google most prestigious address in all of Louisville, it is not going to say anything in St. Matthews.
It might get
it will point an arrow on top of my house. That's what it does.
I think it'll go about 3 blocks that way, but yeah, it'll be close. Yeah.
Prospect area.
Prospect, I would shoot myself if I had to live in Prospect. There's nothing to fucking do.
Well, that was one of my two of my homes.
There's nothing to do.
There's not jack fucking shit.
Well, but here's the thing about me. I don't mind driving to where I want to go too. I mean, I love walking.
You know what I used for bases when I was a kid, son? Tell you how fucking poor I was.
Beehives.
Cow patties.
Oh,
dried up.
I'm gone, guys. Have a good night.
All right, Prince is out on cow shit.
See you, Prince.
See ya.
All right. Dried up cow shit was my bases. And we'd use those dried up cow turds until a rich kid next door come over and brought me bases. The owner of Rhodes Department Store brought me bases. Okay,
Evolution.
I haven't watched Evolution. I haven't watched All In. I haven't watched the women's thing. That is Evolution, right?
Yeah, the women's.
I've heard some good things about it. I've heard some bad things about it. I will cast my own judgment. It was my show. It was my idea. I come up with this pushing 3 years ago that I said, let's give the women their own show. And I've been more adamant about it the last year and a half because goddamn, Raw and SmackDown both will open with a women's match and end with a women's match. When did that ever happen, Daniel, in your lifetime?
It only not open and close. I mean, I've seen it open or close.
It rarely close.
Yeah.
Close with a women's match? Tag matches?
There's only one time that it happened before the recent years. There's only one time it ever happened. It was Trish and Lita.
Yeah.
But
That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
I mean, there might have been others, but there ain't been. I mean, you want to go back to the days of Moolah and Wendy Richter and Sunny and all those guys, and you want to tell me that they main evented? It just didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
No,
they were eye candy on the show, and that was what it was meant to be. But the women, I will hand it to them, man. Me and Carrie Sane, however she pronounces it, have really become pretty good friends on Twitter. We really respect each other a lot in what we do, and she's an amazing talent. And man, they're just wasting her away down there, but they're gonna fuck her up when she gets up here. I can just feel it because I'm so excited for her to come up.
Well, you gotta see the girl
not to do the elbow drop anymore. That's what I'm waiting on.
Well, you gotta see the girl in the Mae Young Classic too. See what you think of her. That's
What's her
another little
name?
Asian
Chris
girl.
might have already told me about her.
I don't know. If I say her name, I'll be sneezing. I don't know.
Is she Asian as well?
She is. Yeah.
Chris says there's another Asian girl there that's actually better than Asuka and Karie both.
It must be her. I think it's her.
I haven't seen her yet. If I heard the name, I would know it. But I will watch it. I just haven't watched it yet.
She was in the main event of the Mae Young Classic, and they did the main event of that on the Evolution.
I have heard because Carrie told me so that she lost her tag match on the show, and I wasn't happy about that. I thought that would have been a.
Asuka?
She is Karie.
Oh,
thing.
It wasn't a tag match. It was the championship NXT championship match.
Oh, she told me she lost a tag match. Maybe that was a separate show.
Yeah, this is
they were in something else where she lost in the tag match.
Well, I mean, she lost this match, but it was against Shayna Baszler. Yeah, against Shayna Baszler, won it back. But did she say congratulations, sir, at the end of it? Well, it was in true heel fashion. The other 4 horsewomen besides Ronda Rousey involved in that. It was a beautiful. It's a great. I love when heels become real heels, and it was a real heel moment.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll have to check it out. Thanks for running it.
Well, you said she already lost.
I did ask. I did.
Yeah,
well, she told me she lost a tag match. But I assumed that was the one she was talking about.
Is it Hiro Shara? I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds
something like that. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, I'm not good at. I can barely pronounce.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for WWE to tell her not to do the elbow drop anymore, which is the best fucking thing she does.
No, they can't do that. That's.
I would hope. Let's hope not. Let's hope not.